All right, let's dive into this explainer. We're going to be exploring a pretty massive shift happening right now in how businesses evolve to sell to us and, frankly, to each other in today's hyper-connected world. So, what connects a 90-year-old fried chicken recipe, a summer music festival, and a viral TikTok video? I know, it totally sounds like a riddle, right? But these three seemingly random things actually perfectly illustrate the hidden layers of how modern commerce works. You know, we usually just see the final product we buy, but there is this massive, fascinating machine operating right behind the scenes.
Here's the roadmap for today's explainer. We'll start with the modern commerce stack, then hit Layer 1, Consumer Experience, Layer 2, Experiential B2B, Layer 3, Invisible Infrastructure, and wrap it all up with the future of selling.
All right, Section 1, the modern commerce stack. To really get a grip on business innovation today, you have to look at three distinct layers operating all at the exact same time: the consumer front end, the B2B relationship layer, and the invisible technical back end. Think of it kind of like a giant theater production. You've got the stage where the actors perform. That's your consumer front end. Then you have the networking and the deals happening back in the production offices. That's the B2B layer. And finally, you have the rigging, the lighting, the electrical grids that no one ever sees but makes the whole show possible. And that is your technical backend.
Moving on to Section 2, Layer 1, Consumer Experience.
So a brand absolutely doesn't survive 90 years by just staying still. Take KFC. They literally morphed from a humble 1930s gas station kitchen run by Colonel Sanders during the Great Depression into this futuristic tech giant. I mean, they even officially dropped fried from their name back in 1991 just to adapt to the changing era. And today, that constant evolution has led to a massive $5.4 billion with a B dollar global valuation. And they got there despite some pretty wild hurdles. Get this. After Colonel Sanders sold the company, he was actually so furious with the new corporate owner's drop in quality that he publicly called their gravy pure wallpaper paste. He literally sued them for $122 million for misusing his image. But, despite those internal clashes, the relentless adaptation kept them grown.
They've fundamentally transformed into a tech company that, just happens to sell chicken. They are utilizing cutting-edge AI voice assistants at the drive-thru, smart pickup lockers, and these crazy geo-fenced apps that actually tell the kitchen to start warming your food the exact second you drive near the restaurant. They've completely overhauled the customer journey to remove basically any possible friction.
And here is the real kicker. In markets like China, where they aggressively push this digital transformation, their marketing expenses actually dropped from 4.76% of their revenue down to just 3.78%. When your app and your AI handle the heavy lifting of customer retention and ordering, it proves that tech efficiency directly boosts your bottom line. For any modern business, it shows that today, operations and marketing are practically the exact same thing. Let's flip to Section 3, Layer 2, Experiential B2B. Okay, so B2B marketing has moved entirely away from those boring, stuffy conference rooms. Events like the UK's Barcode Festival prove that business networking is now this immersive, high-energy experience. Instead of sitting through a PowerPoint in some beige room, brands are setting up massive activations, sampling products, and closing deals while listening to headline music acts. It's relationship building completely reimagined. The contrast here is just amazing. You look out and see thousands of people partying, but they are actually key decision makers from heavy-hitting companies like Amazon, Tesco, and Asda. This is literally a high-impact battleground for over 400 fast-moving consumer goods companies to launch products, get instant feedback, and, most importantly, win that crucial supermarket shelf space. And the demographics root these party vibes in hard business data. We're looking at a perfectly targeted mix, 47% suppliers and 25% retailers. Meaning, the people making the products are standing right next to the people buying them for the entire nation's grocery stores. It's an incredibly efficient way to host key contacts in a much more relaxed setting. And remarkably, this experiential networking layer isn't just about turning a profit. The 2025 festival raised over £1.4 million for Grocery Aid, which is a charity providing financial and emotional support to workers in the grocery industry. It's a really fascinating look at how modern B2B commerce is blending high-stakes networking with genuine industry philanthropy. All right, Section 4, Layer 3, Invisible Infrastructure. As social commerce in the UK rapidly heads toward a massive £16 billion valuation by 2028,
We've kind of completely outgrown the old way of moving money. Traditional, linear merchant-to-customer payments, where I buy a shirt and the store gets my money, they simply cannot handle the complexities of a multi-party platform economy. Today, one single purchase might need to pay a marketplace, a seller, an influencer, and a shipping company, all at the exact same time.
Let's see how this actually unfolds in a real-world scenario, like a live shopping event on TikTok. A creator might sell thousands of products in mere minutes. In a fraction of a microsecond, the architecture has to flawlessly capture the payment, calculate the creator's cut, hold the money securely, and then release it to the seller on time. If there is even a single glitch, the whole ecosystem basically falls apart.
And this is exactly why multi-party digital wallets have become the true foundation of modern platform commerce. By using digital wallets rather than traditional bank transfers for every single microtransaction, platforms gain total flexibility. They can instantly allocate funds, manage refunds seamlessly, and ensure that everyone, from the influencer all the way to the warehouse, gets paid accurately and instantly.
Alex Taylor from MangoPay perfectly encapsulates this third layer. He points out that the payments layer is just as important as the customer experience layer. Consumers might never actually see this complex wallet infrastructure, they just click buy and watch a fun video, but if that invisible financial plumbing doesn't work flawlessly, the platform dies, plain and simple.
Which brings us to Section 5, the future of selling.
To thrive today, a business absolutely must master all three of these layers. You need a tech-driven, frictionless consumer experience on the front end, much like KFC's AI integration. You need vibrant, human-centric B2B networking in the middle, kind of like the Barcode Festival, and you need a robust, invisible financial backend like the multi-party wallets powering TikTok Shop. They all rely completely on each other.
So as we wrap up this explainer, we really have to ask ourselves, if a legacy brand like a 1930s chicken kitchen and an ultra-modern digital platform can continually adapt their front and back ends to this crazy degree, what unseen layer of commerce are they going to invent next? The innovation literally never stops, and understanding these layers gives us the blueprint for whatever comes tomorrow. Thanks so much for joining me today, and keep exploring.